Well, I'd just like to say welcome to my hangar. I'm Star Citizen. This is the deluxe version, and I'll just take you around and have a look at what ships I've got. And we'll start with the Origin. So let's go and have a look and see what you get. By the way, I'm excited about this game. The PAX East streaming, if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. A few bugs, but that's what you get on a pre-alpha. Nothing too serious, that's expected. So let's have a look. I've got to say, I do like 300. There's many variants. The detail in this game and on the ships is amazing. As they say, the devil is in the detail. It's just the rear, the engine. The 325A, I did have missiles on it, but I took it and put it on my Hornet, which I'll show you in a bit, just to add to its armament. Let's have a look inside. This is inside the 325A. Just open the other door. Oh, and there's my little workbench, in case I need to make any repairs in the verse. You just got to admire the amount of detail they've put into this. Bearing in mind, it's all subject to change. Just goes to show. And let's have a look at the cockpit. Look at the instrument panel. This ship can be used for interception, escorting, and exploration. Obviously you can upgrade the engines. I do like it, 325. But my favourite ship, I have to say, is the Hornet at the moment. Which we'll have a look a little later on, as you can see over there on the right. In front is the Constellation, deep exploration. It's quite big, but I'll show you the interior later. Like I say, I'm pretty excited about this game, as mostly probably yous are. Just can't wait for the DFM to come out. obviously they had a few problems, so they're showing it at XSplit on Thursday, and I believe, I'd say about 2 weeks, maybe up to a month, because I ran into a few problems with the multiplayer version of it, but it was awesome. The startup sequence and the single player. Chris Roberts has nothing to be ashamed of, in my view. You know, his failures will be his success, but we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully we won't wait too long for the DFM. Right, let's go and have a look at the Hornet. The animations in this game are something to admire. Pretty smooth for a pre-alpha. And this is the Hornet. As you can see, I've took the missiles off the 325A and put them on my Hornet, which you can do on the hollow table. I'll show you that later on. This is a formidable fighter, and I think you'd agree on that. And it just looks sleek. Also has armaments in the nose. Like I said, I put the missiles on from the 325A on the wing and put them under the wings. This is the Hornet Ghost. So you can obviously get in, do the job and get out. It has a lower signature. So you'll be able to do the missions or flight recon, or do stealthy ones in and out. You just got to admire the lines of this ship. I never tire of it. It grows on me every day. It's one of my favourite ships, the Hornet. As I say, I've got a variation. We've got the Ghost, the Tracker, and the Super Hornet. Alright, let's take a look inside. Just a reminder, if you've watched the video of XSplit, the cockpit is a bit different, and they haven't implemented it on this yet, but I think they will, and you'll see what I mean if you watch the video. It's amazing. Up we go. Everything about it is quality, and no expense spared there. As I said before, the difference in the cockpit on the XSplit video and this one is there's no blue screen in the front. You can see this screen this hollow screen blue. It's not there on the one that was on these packs. I don't know when they're going to implement it to the backers and people that have bought the game, but I know it's not there. So yep, have a look around the cockpit. Very detailed, a lot of instrument panels. Just can't wait to fly this in the verse, so to speak. Fly around and see what this baby can do. Many different multi-screens. Thing I think they could improve this cockpit is have it a little bit higher, so your vision, because it seems like you're sitting way back and below, so your vision is kind of obscured on the right side, as you can see, and the left side. So I think if they were to do some adaptations, would be to raise the seat a little bit and give you a better field of view. But that's just my 2 cents worth. Don't know what people you would think about it, but your comments would be appreciated. Right, let's move on and have another look around this hangar of mine. Also, there's sound on the XPax one with the video, the cockpit. There's also the helmet. As I say, I'd advise people to have a look at it. It is awesome. Over here is the Avenger, single-seater fighter interceptor. Pretty sleek. I like the lines of this one as well. We'll go and have a look. Has armament in the nose, and these things on the wing look like fuel pods. Extra fuel tanks. I might be wrong on that. Also, you got armament on the wing. So yeah, it's pretty armed up. Aging design, but more than capable to do the job. Apparently this is one of the ships that you'll train in Star Citizen 42 when you do the single campaign mode. And here's the back. And let's have a look inside. As I say, you could have this as a cargo space, troops. Also here, I'm not too sure what this is. But it looks like you could either carry personnel from planet to planet, or if you was a bounty hunter and you got your bounty, obviously you could put them in there, and I think it'd be pretty secure, and obviously collect your rewards. should we have a look at the cockpit? As I say, it can be used for a variety of stuff. On the left there is your sleeping compartment. I don't think you can get in there at the moment. If you're hyper or you're traveling long distances, then you can obviously get your head down. And this version is the single seater. I do believe when they first brought it out it was a double seater fighter, but that has since changed and now it's a single seater. Right, let's have a look at the flight controls. Now the field of view in this flight is exceptional. There's no obscurities in your vision. Looking out to the cockpit, instrument control panel is minimal, but I suppose that doesn't make it less effective. But I just like the field of view in this Avenger. Like I say, your view is only restricted. And there's the cutlass there, as you can see. And the rest of the hangar. Like I say, you could use this ship for interception, bounty hunting, or travelling from planet to planet. As I say, this ship can hold its own as well, and is, some would say, lightly armed compared to other ships in Star Citizen. And just to mention, I don't know where the hangars will be situated once the game comes out, where your hangar would be. I presume it would be like at one of the planets or your starting points, and you would take it from there. Apparently they're bringing in the org hangars for organisations, so then you could travel from your hangar to obviously your org's hangar and take your ship in there. Now that should be fun. Kind of stuck here now. What's going on? I'm stuck. Trying to get out. And I'm stuck. These little bugs are nuances, but it's to be expected. Let's see if I can get out of here. Oh, come on. No. And there we go. I got out eventually. Back into the hold and down to the ramp. I'm just having a look outside. Like I say, it reminds me of like a fighter plane. The way it's sleek and its designs, like a cockpit of an F-16. It kind of grows on you, the shape. Right, and over here, let's have a look over here. What do we have? Yes, we've got the Cutlass. And I wasn't really fond of this ship, to be fair, when I first saw it. But over time, looking at its armaments, and it just has a menacing look about it to me. Originally search and rescue, but apparently it's favoured for pirates and as such. But its dominant role was search and rescue, I believe. But you just got to admire it. It just looks menacing. We'll go and have a look inside. One of the buttons down here on the leg. Obviously to gain access it took me a while to figure that out, but as you can see, there's the ramp and the access, and the doorway is a bit narrow, so obviously you can't get much in the way of massive cargo in there, and you could use it as a troop carrier for boarding. And there is the hatch, I presume for search and rescue, but also if you was that way inclined, for boarding and piracy. A quick look around, there's the beds, so they do look a bit uncomfortable on a long journey. Don't know what you lot think about that. Obviously you could leave your comments. And also to the left there we've got the toilet. Looks pretty basic for a toilet, but I suppose it'd do the job if you needed it. And there's areas with the ramp closed. Right, let's have another look at this. You got 2 seats there. I mean, it's a 2-seater fighter, but also you've got 2 seats there, so I'd say you could carry up to 4. And also you've got your top turret, which would make it back to 5 personnel. And there's the turret up there with the seat. And onto the cockpit. And the field of view in this one is also pretty good, and you've also got a seat behind you, the pilot seat for the tactical officer. Obviously you'd be flying and he'd be controlling the weapons and radar and other stuff. I presume these are screens that light up when all systems are on. I may be wrong, I don't know. And a nice little fan there. And a nice little touch there, if you get a bit hot in the cockpit, you can obviously start the fan. Also ejection seats there, I presume that's the ejection handle. Also here is a button to open the side door. We'll step outside on the wing and have a look around. There's the engines, top turret, transversable turret, 360 degrees I presume. View of the front cockpit. Also there's the Freelander, Freelancer. I'm thinking of Range Rover, and the Freelancer over there. Let's go back inside. Like I say, the detail is just amazing. All the little knobs and stuff. I wonder if they'll become usable when it's finally released, or we get to fly. Like I say, there's a lot of little things that are not usable yet. And there we go, there's the hatch for search and rescue, also for boarding. Let's see if we can get the chair down to the turret. God, you just gotta love it, haven't you? The detail. Like I say, the Cutlass is a 2-man ship, but there is provisions for other crew. So I'd say you could have a maximum of 4, 5 crew members, 1 in the turret, 2 around the ship in the bay, and obviously your pilot and your tactical officer. This is the turret. Obviously it can't move yet. And also just to note that anybody who has a cutlass, you will get a default hanger of the deluxe, but I believe you will be having an asteroid. So if you haven't got a cutlass, you will not be getting the asteroid hanger. You will have to purchase that. But if you purchase the cutlass, your default hanger will be the asteroid hanger. So they were saying on Wingman and on the forums, but that's at a later date. There's the seats I mentioned earlier, one on the left, one on the right. So you've got an addition for 2 crew members. Yeah, there's only sleeping space for 2 crew. So I would think if you had more, then you would have to take it in turns to sleep. Alright, let's have a look around. And over here we have the Freelancer. Now, I wasn't really keen on this ship, and I'll tell you why in a bit, but I've kind of grown to like it. Obviously you can see the rear turret there, and the missile loadout. There's a few there, and also on the side. And also the entrance to the bottom. And here's a view of the hangar. With again, there's the Constellation. It's a nice ship. Right, so we'll have a look inside the Freelancer now and see, and I can tell you why. Well, my only gripe with this ship. This ship has 2 compartments, obviously a cargo bay and this compartment, which you could use to carry troops, various cargo. And also here is the big cargo hold with the down ramp. Which is bigger than the Cutlass. So obviously you could have a vehicle, I presume, in here if you was doing planet side landings. And also up here is the turret. Unfortunately you can't operate it yet. And this is more of an exploration ship, so you could go into deep space missions. There's also a chair there. Now it has 2 seats for the pilot and the co-pilot, and also a seat for the tactical officer. I presume that would be there. And also a washing basin, and another 2 seats there to the left, and another 2 to the right. So you could have a crew of up to 5. And then obviously your complement of, I'd say Marines and your cargo in the back there. And getting on to why I didn't really like the Freelancer. This reminds me of a caravan. I'm sorry, but it just reminds me of a caravan, the shape of the cockpit. I mean, it's pretty illuminated with all the lights, but the front just reminded me of a caravan. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on that, but that's just my opinion. Right, let's have a look. Sitting in the pilot seat. There's the controls, a few monitors. Not bad. I mean, I'd like to know other people's opinion on the Freelancer and what they think about it. But it has kind of grown on me since I purchased it. Let's have a look outside. And it's pretty big for a small ship, and like I say, the armament on it is it could hold its own. It wouldn't be a pushover in space. You've got a good pilot. You've got two big side cannons on the side there, either side of the Freelancer, as well as the missiles and the rear turret. So yep, I believe it could hold its own in space with a good crew and pilot. Right, let's have a little walk down here and I'll show you the other Hornet. Now this is the tracker, and I do like this, obviously for covert missions, stalking bounties. If you're looking for someone and you want to remain unseen, also exploration or enemy. But like I say, the detail is just phenomenal on these spacecraft. And it comes armed with laser cannons and also at the front. Alright, we'll take a look in this one and see the difference between the two. Only minor, but differences nonetheless. Obviously with this one, slight differences would be the countermeasures and the tracking, and obviously stuff to make your ship more stealthy. But basically the cockpit layout is the same. And as I say, the blue screen in front probably won't be there on the final version. But you've just got to admire these ships. They're just phenomenal. And I do love the Hornets. The Hornets are my favourite at the moment. There's a few other ships that I do like, but obviously you can't purchase them anymore. I don't know whether they're going to revise that at a later date, beta or pre-launch. But like I say, you can purchase ships in the game with in-game credits, so you don't have to spend real money on them if you don't want to. Now, one might be asking why have I got so many ships. Well, I could rent them for hire, for a fee, of course, to generate in-game money to get a bigger ship later on, or I could use them when I got specific missions that I want to do or tasks that I have to complete. Right, the last ship will be the Constellation, the big baby, the biggest one that you can purchase at the moment. Obviously there's bigger ones in the game like the Idris, but they're unavailable. So I had to have a Constellation. Sorry. Now this is a big ship, fully armed, multiple turrets, missiles. This could hold its own. Can use this for transporting cargo, troops, or space exploration. But you've got to admire the sheer scale and size and detail on these ships and the glass cockpit to give you a panoramic view of what's ahead and to the sides of you in space. Oh, and there's the hollow table, which you can use to customize your loadouts, your ships, whatever you need to do before you go into the verse. Just a look at a few weapons there that I've got. Also the tractor beam. A few missiles, which I took off the 325A and put onto the Hornet. Obviously you have a description in the left corner of all your armament, power, ships, shields, and so forth. and also any cargo that you may have acquired and is in your hangar. And there's all the different ships, the Constellation. That's your weapons mount that's in your hangar, and obviously any weapons that you can acquire, you can obviously test them out on the firing range. Hornet, Tracker, the Avenger, Prisoner Transport, 325A, Ghost, and the Freelancer. And like I say, you can drag them across. And then obviously have a look at them and change your armaments. Just the different weapons on each ship, engines and propulsion systems, which I might add are upgradable, and you can change them to suit any specific mission types that you might undertake. Well, that's the hollow table. Let's go and have a look at the Constellation. And that's the view of the cockpit. Cargo hold with the P-52, which is an extra ship. I believe the Constellation is under, they're going to refit it. Not too sure yet. A couple of the other major ships have had a redesign, and I think the Constellation will be up for that too, according to on the forums. I might be wrong on that, but obviously you can check on the forums for yourself and see if there's any more on that. But I believe that the Constellation is up for a refit, a few redesigns. Let's jump in the pilot seat. And this one has a few, I say a few, quite a few of displays of different systems, which I'm not up to speed yet, but there's a few to keep you busy, and also your co-pilot seat. It's a 4-man vessel. I know you can carry more complement of crew because you've got the turrets top and bottom. The detail, as I said before, just cannot be underestimated. The devs have put some time in here. Reference the detail. Let's go and have a look at the turret. Obviously we're going to have a look at the one at the top. And obviously this is 360 turns round, front firing, and also the rear, I believe. And there's the seat for the underbelly turret, which can obviously be crewed by a fellow member of your org or an NCP. And this is the cargo area, and also where your P-52 fighter is also situated. I suppose that could be your cargo space there, either side, obviously with the P-52 in the middle. And there's the sleeping quarters for a crew of 4, but like I say, you could have more than 4 on this ship, but sleeping space would be a bit cramped. And also there's the bathroom. I won't go in there at the moment, I'll just open the door so you can have a look. And there's your shower, and obviously your toilet and sink and mirror. Oh yeah, one last thing is your eating, which is provided with this little table. I believe they could have moved this table to the back of the ship and freed up a bit more space, because it looks a bit cramped with this hatch here. But who knows, maybe they'll redesign it. But I believe that the table could have gone at the back of the ship somewhere, and also freeing up this space for other systems. But that's just my opinion. What do you lot think? Yep. And that was a short tour of the constellation. Hope you liked it. Like I say, just a little tour around the hangar. Also, you got upstairs and your various trophies and suits, which I will show you in the next video. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the verse. My first video on Star Citizen. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you out in the verse.